Alright, so it's been a little bit since everything sunk in, but Colby Covington lost to Kamaru Usman, as I'm sure you guys all know. I don't know why people are saying that Colby was robbed. It might just be like, you know how some fans get really behind a fighter. Kind of remind me of like the old Diaz 125. Remember that against Condit? That was a long time ago. But Kamaru easily won 3 rounds that, and arguably in the second round could have gotten a 10-8. Again, not 100%. I didn't give it a 10-8 personally, but he lost that fight, Colby, unfortunately. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about what's next for Colby Covington. As you guys know, Jorge Masvidal pulled out of the fight against Leon Edwards. I'm actually surprised about that one because I feel like Masvidal's the type of guy who would want to fight Leon, but then again, he's getting up there in age and he got a taste of that prize money, and Leon Edwards is definitely not like the prize money fighter. I bet you he's thinking, so I low-key think that he's not injured, and I think he pulled out just so he could get the fight with Colby Covington. It was a little bit too coincidental for me that Colby's at the press conference talking about the only fight I want is Jorge Masvidal, then Masvidal pulls out. I don't know, I feel like he's setting up something for me, you know, and if he is injured, again, this is all just random conspiracies, just my own personal opinion here, Jorge totally could just be injured. It's lining up a little too well, though. Get a main event with Colby, maybe coach the Ultimate Fighter, because they were talking about that earlier. You never know. You never know. I think that they're setting up a fight between those two. So I think Jorge Masvidal, I do agree with Colby. Jorge is the most logical fight, and that's where they need to go next. That'd be something big. That could be a step towards back to the title. If Usman holds the belt still, though, that's the only problem is, are they going to give him a third fight? It's kind of like where Max Holloway's at. I'm recording this at the time before Holloway actually fights Yair, so I'm assuming he wins that fight. Could you imagine he doesn't? That'd be crazy. So he's at that point where, like, you're here with Holloway, and you already lost to Volkanovski twice. And he's so much further ahead in the rest of the division, because I believe that with Colby. I'm almost on the hazmat train. Not 100% yet. Almost there. For some reason, I can see him beating Colby. I don't know why. But that's a conversation for another time. Other than that, I think Colby is so far ahead of the division. Gilbert Burns might be there too. I'm kind of contradicting myself here, but you know what I mean? I can see him continuously winning fights after this. And then I don't see Usman losing anytime soon. So what do you do? What do you do with that? You can't really do anything. I wonder if he, like he's talked about moving down to 155, and he said that he wouldn't do it because he doesn't want to cut weight. He wants to show people that he can be a champion without cutting weight and going to fight smaller guys. I don't feel like he would ever do that, but you know what? That is an option. Maybe 185, but I feel like he's way too small for 185. The only thing that would really work for him is if Usman ended up losing or Usman ended up retiring, because he's touched on that a little bit. Going back to Gilbert Burns, though, I'll talk about him in just a second. How I think the division goes is Usman, Colby, Gilbert Burns, and then everybody else. So I think those three are really far ahead. So I do think Gilbert Burns, he's expressed interest in fighting Colby, and Colby would say something like, "What's a Dilbert?" And that's hilarious, but at the same time, Gilbert does deserve to fight you. He's right up there in the division. I think that fight makes sense. Same with the Jorge Masvidal fight. I think that's one of those two options would be best for Colby. And yeah, I don't know. If he wins, I see him winning both those fights, but what do you do if he wins? That's the question. So guys, I want to know what you think. What do you think? Do you think Colby... What do you think's next for Colby Covington? When do you see him returning? I think we are setting up for a Jorge Masvidal fight. That's what I really see coming next. So, guys, let me know down below, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed the content, please consider hitting the like button. It would help out the channel a ton. And subscribe if you'd like to see anything about more Fight Talk MMA. I have another channel called CLEN. If you like gaming, check it out. The link's in the description for that. And for now, just comment down below and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching.